When pigeons in poor health lose weight, few fanciers think of intestinal disease or verminosis. Treating intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs. This is one of the things that interests and occupies the minds of many pigeon fanciers. Pigeons, like other birds, suffer from certain diseases that require therapeutic intervention. Via this video we will provide you with a detailed explanation of treating intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs, as well as everything related to intestinal diseases that affect pigeons. Before we start talking in detail about treating intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs, we will first learn about the most common intestinal diseases that affect pigeons. There are many different intestinal worms that infect pigeons, such as roundworms, hairworms, and tapeworm. These worms cause the death of the infected bird if not treated quickly. This is due to the fact that these worms settle in the large intestine of pigeons and begin to feed there, which makes the infected bird weak and stressed all the time. The most important symptoms that appear in a pigeon infected with worms are: you will notice blood in the pigeon droppings. You will notice some worms visible to the eye when examining bird droppings. The affected pigeon lies down, closes its eyes, folds its wings, and hangs its tongue out. If you would like more information on the natural preparation to eliminate worms in pigeons, we invite you to watch the video Natural Dewormer to Eliminate Worms in Pigeons. Ulcerative gastroenteritis is an infectious disease that affects pigeons due to their exposure to one of the types of bacilli bacteria. It is one of the fast-spreading infectious diseases that causes the death of pigeons if left untreated. The most common symptoms of this disease are severe watery diarrhea that is brownish-yellow in color, and after a period of infection, the diarrhea turns white. The pigeon weakens, becomes emaciated and lethargic, its feathers become ruffled, and its eyes are closed. Salmonella is one of the most well-known microbes that infect pigeons and is characterized by its rapid spread. The disease is fatal, especially in young pigeons, due to their low immunity, and the disease is easily transmitted by mothers carrying the microbe. The most common symptoms of hexamycosis are contagious parasites that generally infect birds, reproduce in their intestines, and parasitize their food. Hexamycosis, which is also wrongly called intestinal trichomoniasis, manifests itself mainly in spring and summer, the period during which squab diarrhea also occurs. Coccidiosis is a parasitic disease that lives in the intestines of pigeons and attacks the bird's digestive and respiratory systems. Its most notable symptoms are: the pigeons no longer eat and lose weight. They have diarrhea with white or green feces, sometimes mixed with blood, in the last stage of the disease. We invite you to watch the video Coccidiosis, Prevention and Natural Treatment of Pigeons. How to treat intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs. It is known that natural herbs have a magical effect in combating certain diseases. Many people are unaware that it is possible to use natural herbs to treat birds, especially pigeons, and protect them from diseases. Here we will mention these herbs and the ways to cure them. Fenugreek. Fenugreek works greatly to combat and cleanse worms present in the intestines of pigeons, in addition to its other benefits such as increased sexual activity. To treat worms and whet the pigeon's appetite, put 4 tablespoons of fenugreek and leave it in 1 liter of water for 1 whole day, then mix it with 5 liters of water and serve it to the pigeons in the morning before feeding them. However, fenugreek seeds can be consumed by your pigeons throughout the year without any risk to their health. We recommend 4 to 12 weeks of treatment so that your pigeons benefit from optimal results. Garlic. Garlic is considered one of the most powerful natural antibiotics, which can be administered without concern to pigeons. Garlic has antimicrobial, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antibiotic, antifungal, and antiviral properties. This makes it a food capable of hunting and eliminating a large number of pathogenic bacteria when they manage to enter the body of our pigeons. Crush the garlic and soak it in warm water for 2 hours, then add it to the pigeon's drinking water, so that it can drink after being thirsty. You can also chop garlic and add it to the daily food of pigeons, and this recipe is used once a month to clean the intestines of pigeons and eliminate worms. But in the case of coccidiosis, we continue to use it given for 5 days. Lemon juice is a natural and effective disinfectant for treating fungi and worms that infect pigeons. Lemon elevates and strengthens the immune system of pigeons, giving them a great ability to resist various diseases. A tablespoon of lemon juice added to each liter of water once a week, and this can be repeated more than once, to clean the pigeon's intestines and eliminate worms. Apple cider vinegar has properties that fight viruses that infect pigeons. It also works to stop diarrhea that accompanies certain intestinal diseases. It is used by adding 4 drops of apple cider vinegar to each liter of water in drinking bowls. Green thyme works to improve and increase the effectiveness of the immune system of pigeons, which helps increase the response to intestinal parasites and worms. 3 tablespoons of green thyme are placed in a liter of boiling water, covered and left to stand for at least an hour, then placed in the pigeons' waterers. EA works to stop diarrhea and combat lethargy in pigeons when they suffer from certain intestinal diseases. A spoonful of tea is added to a liter of boiling water and served to the pigeons after complete cooling. After discussing in detail the methods of treating intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs, here we will mention the most important tips and instructions that allow pigeon fanciers and enthusiasts to preserve their pigeons and protect them from any diseases. Raise the pigeons in a clean, well-ventilated area, and be sure to clean the dovecots at least once a week. Be sure to change the water periodically and clean the utensils to prevent the spread of infection among the pigeons. Make sure the soil is dry and do not allow any water to spill, as this creates a fertile environment for breeding and the spread of worms. If symptoms of illness appear in one of the pigeons, it must be isolated immediately from the rest of the pigeons to prevent the spread of infection. Then the pigeon is examined, treated, and the type of disease is carefully determined. Monitor the rest of the pigeons to find out if the infection has spread to them. Make sure the grains provided to the pigeons are of high quality. In the end, having introduced to you in detail the methods of treating intestinal diseases in pigeons with herbs, we hope that you have benefited from this information and advice, which will help you keep your pigeons healthy and protect them against all diseases.